The crescent moon shone over the ziggurats when Inanna, goddess of love and war, made the decision that would change everything. Her eyes, normally radiant as stars, were dark with determination.
Ninshabur!
She called to her faithful servant.
If I don't return in 3 days, go to my father Enki and beg for my liberation.
The servant, with tears in his eyes, held his mistress's hands.
My queen, why must you make this journey? The underworld is dangerous, even for a goddess.
Inanna looked toward the horizon, where the stars were beginning to disappear with the approaching dawn.
Because there is knowledge that can only be obtained through symbolic death, my dear. There are secrets that my sister Ereshkigal guards in the realm of the dead, and I must discover them.
The first gate was made of black obsidian, and its guardian had eyes that glowed like embers.
Who dares into the realm from which no mortal returns?
I am Inanna, queen of heaven and earth,
she replied, her voice echoing with divine power.
Even a queen must follow the laws of the underworld,
said the guardian, extending his hand.
Remove your crown.
Inanna hesitated. Her crown wasn't just a symbol, it contained part of her divine power. But she removed it and handed it over.
Remove your lapis lazuli necklace,
ordered the second guardian. At each gate, Inanna was forced to abandon another part of her divine identity. Her golden earrings, her jewel-encrusted breastplate, her ring of power, her rod of command, her royal cloak. When she reached the last gate, Inanna was completely naked and vulnerable, stripped of all symbols of her earthly power.
Now, you may enter your sister's realm.
The throne room was vast and somber, lit only by torches that never went out. Ereshkigal, queen of the dead, sat on a throne made of bones and black crystals.
Sister,
said Ereshkigal, her voice like the echo of deep caves.
You have come seeking what cannot be given, only conquered.
I came seeking the wisdom that only death can teach.
Ereshkigal smiled, but it was a joyless smile.
Then die, sister. Die and learn.
With a gesture of her hand, Ereshkigal made Inanna collapse. For 3 days and 3 nights, the goddess remained dead, hanging on a hook like a piece of meat. But during those 3 days, something extraordinary happened. Inanna's consciousness traveled through dimensions that the living can never see. She visited the realm where time doesn't exist, where past, present, and future are one. She conversed with the souls of all who had ever lived and all who would ever live. She learned the secrets of creation, the mysteries of life and death, and the hidden purpose behind every existence. When Enki finally managed to resurrect her, Inanna returned to the world of the living transformed. Her eyes now shone with wisdom that transcend.
What did you see, my queen?
Asked Ninshabur, embracing his mistress. Inanna smiled, and for the first time in eons, it was a smile of complete peace.
I saw that every night, when mortals fall asleep, their consciousness make the same journey I made. They shed their physical limitations and travel through the 7 gates of perception.
And what do they find there?
They find the truth that their waking brains cannot process. They find memories of past lives, visions of the future, and connections with all other souls that exist. They return every morning with knowledge they don't even imagine they possess.
Ninshabur looked at her queen with admiration.
So sleep is?
Sleep is the temporary death that teaches us to live eternally.
What happens to your mind while you're asleep? Right now, your consciousness might be exploring realms far beyond what you think is possible. From strange neural activity during REM sleep to ancient beliefs about your soul traveling the cosmos, this video will unravel the secret journey your mind takes every single night. Did you know that your brain can become more active during sleep than when you're fully awake? It might sound strange, but as your body rests, your mind enters an astonishing cycle of activity, shifting through distinct stages, each with its unique rhythm. To understand what's happening, let's start by mapping out these stages: light sleep, deep sleep, and REM sleep. Light sleep is where the journey begins. It's that hazy, in-between state when you're drifting off but still somewhat aware of your surroundings. Your brainwaves begin to slow down compared to when you're awake, signaling a transition from alertness to rest. Think of this phase like dipping your toes into calm waters. It prepares you for the deeper stages ahead. As you sink further, deep sleep takes over. During this phase, brain activity becomes slower and steadier, dominated by delta waves. Deep sleep is often called the restorative phase. This is when the body focuses on growth, repair, and energy conservation. But while your body is most still, your mind paradoxically seems to settle into a calm hum. Then comes the most mysterious stage of all, REM sleep. REM sleep flips the calm of deep sleep on its head. It's where dreams unfold and the brain suddenly bursts to life. Scientists have observed that during this phase, brainwave activity bears a striking resemblance to what's seen during wakefulness. Your eyes dart back and forth under closed lids, your heart rate quickens, and your breathing becomes shallow and irregular. What's most curious about REM is how concentrated this neural activity is. It surges in regions linked to memory, emotion, and creativity. Essentially, while the rest of your body remains paralyzed to prevent you from physically acting out your dreams, your mind becomes a kind of stage. Imagine REM sleep as a nighttime theater where your brain plays multiple roles. It's the director, orchestrating various scenes. It's the writer, piecing together plots from fragments of your life. And it's the audience, watching it all unfold. Studies show that during REM sleep, the brain consolidates memories, organizing experiences from the day and filing the most important details for later use. It's also a time when emotional processing happens, helping you navigate stress and prepare for challenges. In some ways, REM acts like a built-in rehearsal, allowing you to simulate and practice for events you may face in the real world.
But here's the fascinating part. Scientists still don't completely understand why the brain behaves this way during REM. One study at Harvard Medical School revealed that people sometimes come up with creative breakthroughs after a night's sleep. For example, renowned figures like Salvador Dali and Paul McCartney credited dreams for inspiring their masterpieces. Yet, these findings only scratch the surface of what might really be happening in this state. Could it be that your mind explores possibilities beyond the tangible realm, a concept neuroscience struggles to fit into measurable frameworks? Perhaps this explains why REM sleep often feels so much richer than reality. Some researchers speculate that this phase might even serve as an evolutionary tool, equipping us to navigate complex social or survival challenges. But beyond the science, there's something deeply enigmatic about a state where the mind is so active, but the body is inert. What are we missing? Could these bursts of neural energy be connected to ideas or dimensions we've yet to fully grasp? Science has given us invaluable insights into the mechanics of sleep, from the waves of activity in each stage to the specific neural events that spark dreams. And yet, what remains is a vast unknown. While we know that REM serves roles like problem-solving and emotional renewal, it's hard to ignore how much lies undiscovered. This lingering mystery sets the stage to explore the alternative ideas that people, across ages and cultures, have used to explain what might truly happen to our consciousness at night.
What if your dreams are more than fleeting images stitched together by your subconscious? What if, while your body rests, your consciousness embarks on journeys far beyond the confines of your physical form. Thoughtful. Across history and cultures, dreams have often been seen as gateways to another dimension where the mind defies the laws of the waking world. Take ancient Egypt, for example. Egyptians believed in the concept of the Ka, a spiritual double that resided within each person. When you slept, they believed your Ka could leave your physical body and wander unseen realms or even visit the gods. Dreams weren't just mysterious, they carried great significance, often considered messages from the divine. To harness this wisdom, ancient Egyptians developed dream books filled with symbolic interpretations and even practiced rituals like dream incubation, where one would sleep in sacred spaces to receive specific guidance. Similarly, in Hindu philosophy, the idea of the linga sharira, or subtle body, suggests that during sleep, your essence might slip away to traverse non-physical dimensions. In Tibetan traditions, this idea takes on an even more structured form. Tibetan dream yoga, a practice codified in the 8th century, views sleep as an opportunity for spiritual growth. Practitioners aim to maintain awareness within their dreams, using it as a form of astral projection. This practice isn't just about exploring altered states. Its ultimate goal is enlightenment, as it encourages navigating other realms to better understand the illusory nature of reality. Unlike most of us, who let dreams pass us by, Tibetan yogis treat the dream state as seriously as waking life, suggesting that the consciousness can function independently of the physical body. The idea of astral projection gives a name to the phenomenon where people claim their consciousness leaves their physical form during sleep. Often described as vivid, these out-of-body experiences include floating above one's own body or journeying to distant places. What makes these reports so compelling is their clarity. Unlike typical dreams, they are often recalled in striking detail, with a sense of realism that defies explanation. Surprised. Anecdotal accounts describe individuals accurately recounting events or locations far removed from where they were sleeping. For example, in documented cases, some claim to have traveled to unknown places during their sleep, returning with descriptions that match those locations. But dreams don't only reveal distant places, they may connect people as well. Dream telepathy, the idea that thoughts or emotions can pass between minds during sleep, has added another layer to these mysteries. Some researchers suggest that, in certain cases, two individuals may share information through their dreams. This has been linked to a concept that sees thoughts and emotions as frequencies, much like radio waves, which may occasionally align when minds share an emotional or energetic connection. Of course, these phenomena remain largely observational, but they push the limits of what we currently understand. Cultural practices around dreams reflect this sense of awe and wonder. The ancient Greeks, for instance, believed dreams were divine messages, sometimes offering glimpses of the future. They even had sacred spaces called Asclepions, where people would participate in dream incubation rituals to seek divine wisdom for healing or solutions to life's problems. Indigenous traditions, on the other hand, often approach dreams as a direct portal to the spirit world. Using techniques like rhythmic drumming or sensory deprivation, shamans would enter trance-like states to gain insight for the well-being of their communities. These practices suggest a unified belief that consciousness can stretch far beyond the waking body. It's here that science and spirituality begin to overlap, even if uncomfortably so. Modern neuroscience often frames dreams as the product of random neural firings or unconscious processing. Yet, people throughout history and continuing today report vivid experiences that don't fit into neat scientific categories. Could consciousness truly transcend its biological boundaries, or are these simply elaborate projections of a complex brain? Whether these experiences point to a deeper truth or remain trapped in the realm of the mysterious, they hint at something profound, that sleep is far more than rest. It's a nightly brush with the unknown.
What if you could realize you're dreaming while it's happening, and even take control of the dream itself? This is the power of lucid dreaming, a skill that can turn your nights into a playground for creativity, exploration, and self-discovery. Unlike ordinary dreams where you're simply a passive observer, lucid dreaming puts you in the driver's seat, aware that you're dreaming and capable of shaping what happens next. For most people, however, the dream state feels fleeting and disjointed, slipping away upon waking as if it never happened at all. One key challenge with tapping into this potential is that many people either forget their dreams entirely or fail to recognize that they're dreaming in the first place. Think of it as an untapped skill hiding in plain sight, a skill that can be trained with the right techniques. The first step in this process is all about memory. Dream recall is essential for recognizing patterns and gaining insight into the subconscious mind. Keeping a dream journal helps strengthen this ability by creating a habit of recording every detail you can remember immediately upon waking, even if those details seem fragmented at first. A strange color, a word, or a brief image. They prime your brain to store and retrieve dream memories more vividly over time. Reducing distractions before bed, such as screen time or bright lights, can also enhance the clarity of your dreams, making it easier to remember them in the morning. A particularly effective habit is to stay still for a moment when you wake up, letting your mind reconstruct dream images before fully engaging with the day. Once you've strengthened your dream recall, the next step is to induce lucidity. A popular method is called the mnemonic induction of lucid dreams, or MILD. This involves repeating a simple intention to yourself before falling asleep, such as, "Tonight I will realize I'm dreaming." This focused intention trains the mind to recognize the dream state when it happens. Combining this with other techniques, like doing reality checks throughout the day, can increase the chances of success. A reality check might involve asking yourself, "Am I dreaming?" while looking at a clock or trying to push your hand through a solid surface. These habits carry over into dreams, helping you recognize when things feel off, a sure sign that you're dreaming. Once you're in a lucid dream, the possibilities are vast. Some people use this state to confront their fears head-on, exploring and resolving recurring nightmares in a safe space. Others find that lucid dreaming sparks remarkable creativity. Musicians have reported composing songs in their dreams, while artists describe painting vivid scenes they later recreated upon waking. And then there's the personal insight that comes from being able to observe how your mind constructs dreams, like peeling back another layer of your consciousness. Lucid dreaming activates the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for self-awareness and decision-making, even while the rest of the brain remains immersed in sleep. This activation is proof that a part of your consciousness can stay awake within a dream. The benefits of lucid dreaming mirror some of the goals of ancient practices like Tibetan dream yoga, where dreaming is treated as an extension of spiritual growth. In this tradition, dreams aren't simply phenomena to be observed. They're a way to engage with deeper truths about yourself and the nature of reality. While modern approaches like mild focus on technique, ancient practices treat dream awareness as a tool for enlightenment. This connection shows that lucid dreaming isn't just a scientific oddity. It bridges the gap between the physical and the mystical. Imagine being able to explore the hidden corners of your mind, create an entirely new world, or solve a problem you've been grappling with, all while sleeping. Mastering these techniques takes persistence, but with practice,
Anyone can unlock this skill. By starting small, jotting down your dreams, questioning your reality, and setting nightly intentions, you can open the doorway to a realm where the boundaries of imagination and consciousness dissolve. Sleep isn't just about rest, it's a gateway to the unknown, offering clues about the deeper layers of your consciousness. From vivid dreams to moments of lucidity, it acts as both a mirror and a door, reflecting your inner world while opening new realms to explore. Ancient wisdom suggests sleep holds the keys to self-discovery, and today, these tools remain accessible through techniques you can practice nightly. So tonight, approach sleep with curiosity. Keep a journal ready, set an intention, and let each dream take you closer to understanding not just the mysteries of the night, but also of yourself.